Welcome to the TDC Today Show USA. My name is Sue Roscoff, and we have Kurt Roscoff with us here as well, with being our TDC ambassador to the United States. And we have Emily Golmer joining us as well. Emily, if you want to come on in and give an introduction here to our wonderful guest that we have with us today. Over to you, Emily.
So hi, everybody. So we have our guest today. We met through the Happy Neighborhood Project, and she's been on many of our shows. And she is an author, app game developer, sign language interpreter, and so on. So bring Marianne in here to say a little bit about what she does.
Well, aloha and hola, Emily and Sue. Thank you so much for having me here on this weekly Saturday shows. Support by Transform You Media and Lawrence Wingate Studios. And how we all met was through the Happy Neighborhood Project. So yeah, we started out with the Happy Neighborhood Projects, where I was invited to be the co-host of Hawaii, and transformed over to the HNP ability as the sign language interpreter, and had a great time there. And now I'm doing the weekly shows with you on the Disability Channel, and bringing many guests that I have met through my journeys of either sailing or networking with these amazing projects. So again, I'm the author and Apple game developer of the Acts of Kindness series. My books are written for animation movies with sign language characters, and soundtrack by our local Hawaiian artist Lucy and the Perfect Wave. And it's back to school season, and all USA classrooms, there's about 30,000 schools, Sue, in the United States of America, and 3,000 deaf-blind schools, Emily, and the autism schools as well, that can all benefit from Donors Choose. I met a special education teacher in Hawaii who introduced me to Donors Choose. We met, had coffee. She filled out the application. It took 10 minutes. And she just had to put in her teacher ID. And she requested 50 books for her school. And she got funded in 2 weeks. And the Amazon shipped out the books. And I went out, had a slideshow presentation, and passed around the folk Manners puppets, the glove puppets, the stage puppets, the hand puppets, the characters in the books that can actually do the ASL finger spelling alphabet. And we now have them uploading to our new website with videos. So you can actually meet Chelsea the Courageous Sign Language Chicken, Eve the Finger Spelling Bumblebee, Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, and Greta Gobble on the golf course. We have a game that you learn the finger spelling numbers. So it's great fun for everybody in all ages of the heart. Sign language is a solution for social spatial distancing, and especially for our nonverbal community, and which can happen at any age in our life. We're born without communication. As babies crying and pointing, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, change my diapers, mommy. And later in life, injuries can happen where we're unable, maybe not to speak, or having a cold, or dental work that you're not able to speak. And these are just basic signs that everyone can learn and have a career out of it as well. Because we're going to be in need of sign language interpreters and special education teachers in the future. So this is a great way for, again, all classroom teachers to get copies of the books and start reading these books for one, Ocean Cleanup, which is the book is Underwater Acts of Kindness, featuring Noah, the hard of hearing whale, who's recruited by a sea turtle called the General of the New Earth Army to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. And he meets Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, at the Rehab Recrab Clinic. So again, you'll meet Dr. Fingers on the website, and that's actsofkindnessseries.com. You can see we've got a QR code up here. And if you've got your phone, that can directly take you that as well. The second book is called Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, which is October is anti-bullying month. That's right around the corner. That's right in a couple of weeks. So again, Teachers can request the books. Tell your parents, tell your grandparents, to tell your teachers, to tell the principals. We have a new press release on there that explains everything with push buttons to download it, to put buttons to open up to the app games, to the link to Donors Choose, to everything possible, the fingerspelling alphabet. And I just met with Trevor Gibbs yesterday to make sure the website was ADA compliant, which means that businesses with a website need to have their website compliant so that people with disabilities are able to read the size of the text, color blindness, sounds on there may not be appropriate, and businesses that don't comply with that can receive up to a $75,000 fine. So I'm so grateful that he has taken the time to reevaluate this new website that he introduced me to with Hosinger. I'm getting a 4-year plan at a low price, which is benefiting this charity website. So thank you so much, Trevor Gibb, for all that he's done. He's also helping me break down the books so that I can translate them on DeepL app, which I was introduced to through Helpopedia's Friday shows with Maury and Phil. And my books are too large, so I have to break down the books into chapter sections to 20 megabytes because my book is 80, and it will translate it into 30 foreign languages. So I got to test the water with Spanish, and Trevor helped me do that. And we had to just resize some of the names around the graphics of the puppets and the size of the books. So this is all a learning process. And so what also happened this week was I, with my neighbor, who's a retired attorney, to the marina again, where you guys saw me in the hurricane. We got to go there and sit underneath the air conditioning to get out of the house and to sit in the air conditioning. And there was a bartender there that was had the newspapers, and I'm not fluent in Spanish, and I'm not going to read a newspaper. I can read a few, kind of get the idea. But anyway, I had this feeling there was an insert, and in the insert, I asked him if I could look at it just to see the pictures or whatever. And similar advertising in America. And anyway, there's an article about the deaf school in Hermosillo and an organization called Argonaut Gold. And they sponsored 40 deaf students. They had certificates and pictures. I have the paper over there. I have now my new vision board with this new moon and 9/9. And I just had this angelic feeling, like the universe was telling me to pick up that piece of paper. Look what I found. Now what I'm going to do with it. So I went online, and Argonaut Gold, I guess, is an organization that sponsors books to schools, etc. And I wasn't quite sure where the school was. So when I went to the grocery store, I asked the grocery manager, who goes to Costco an hour away, how far away it was. And he's like, oh, it's over there. Because I thought, well, maybe I could ride with him and he could drop me off and I could just maybe go visit for an hour and kind of see it, but I'm not fluent, and, sign language is different. Well, anyway, lo and behold, the universe provided, because I live in a beautiful apartment with a pool outside, and we have renters here throughout the year. And it's been busy with the summer with a lot of families. And so I'm learning Spanish more with the kids and playing and counting and uno, dos, tres, and I'm teaching them sign language. Great in the pool. But lo and behold, there's 24 people staying here on Saturday night. And then Sunday, I was getting ready to go to my neighbors, because we have a Sunday Funday feast every week, and we create a new meal. And with that new meal, we are teaching his friends that are from Mexico different cultures and language, and at the same time they're making me speak Spanish. So even if it's a small little thing of a vase to something on the table, it's just slowly but doing it. And same thing with sign language. It's a once you kind of get going, you kind of want to learn more. And if you start out slow and then you add the letters to the sentences, then you can make the concepts and start signing your name. But again, I know how it is like because I'm not fluent in Spanish. So I know what it's like to kind of sit back and go, okay, yeah, just hanging out here. But anyway, what happened was I went outside and they're having this big barbecue. There's a drone buzzing. I hear this buzzing and they're having a megaphone. These people are having a corporate party at my place that I'm staying at. And guess what? They work for Argonaut Gold. And I asked, there was one woman that spoke English. So I bring out the paper with the deaf school on there because they live in that city. And I asked her about it. And she goes, we work for that company at the bottom of the newspaper, Argonaut Gold. And so I brought up my books and I showed them all. So I wasn't really fluent because I was just kind of showing that this is me or whatever. And we exchanged emails. So the universe again provided. So I told that story with Trevor. So our goal is in October is once we get all the website all compliant and Suzanne and I get everything cleared up with and manifesting that we're going to get that awesome grant foundation we applied for $2,000, 2 separate ones to write the climate change book called Cool Acts of Kindness. And Trevor and I are going to start diving deep into DBEL and translating the books into the 30 languages. So I got projects. Yeah, it's amazing. It's just a game changer with this AI and, creating an instant website. Now we did redo it. Suzanne did edit it. You got to make sure it's edited and you can visit the website. It's actsofkindnessseries.com. You can see the sections for our lovely hosts, Susan and Emily, and Suzanne, my writer, and Curdy Roscoff. And we're going to be adding a section for Trevor Gibbs for ADA compliance so people can directly contact them. So we're keeping this all in the Happy Neighborhood projects. So please visit the website, actsofkindnessseries.com. You'll see all the flyers to the books. There's links to push to the Amazon app games. There's a link to push to Donors Choose. And I'm just real proud of this success with this website here. Looking very well and marketing it and getting good feedback and the good feeling again, it's ADA compliant. That's the most thing also too. So speaking of Curdy, another good thing that happened this week, again, by showing up, started getting back into Happy Neighborhood Projects weekly events. So I joined New York, and Curdy Roscoff was there, and I was wondering why they were calling him Curdy, why he typed in Curdy. So when I got into a Zoom room with Curdy, I was always saying Curdy Roscoff and join us on the Curdy Roscoff podcast. and then I looked down the whole list of people and I saw Mike had a Y after his name, and then Derek, the same thing too. It was Dereky and Mikey. So I'm like, oh, this must be a Zoom typo. But I guess Mr. Curdy Roscoff is doing a little fun puns with us in the Zoom rooms, and it's all good fun. So I don't have a Y, but I am married of YPP. And why not me, Curdy? So we're going to add a little Y this week. And why not me, Sue? Why not me? Why not me? Why not can I do this? Why not can I learn some more Spanish this week? That's my Sunday gig now. With my Sunday Fun Day Feast. I got to push myself to learn 10 more words out of this workbook and expressing them back and forth with them, even though my mind kind of goes, just shut down, you can get away with it, but why not me, right? So it's all good fun. And again, we are writing the climate change book and we designed the cover featuring Waterflow the whale. And it's for the love of water. And we have a regular guest speaker, Leon McLaughlin, who we are partnering with. He's actually working hard to bring filters to the Maui schools over there for the last several weeks since we started talking about this. And we're going to be sending books over too for fundraisers once the books are all approved. It's a lot of work to re-edit these, and one little flaw here, or you submit it and the book cover is not, it can bleed. And it's just the specs and everything, but I know that it's going to pay off in the long run in the universe, because there's 30,000 schools, there's 3,000 deaf, blind / autistic schools out there that can benefit from not only the books, the stories in the books, reading the chapters, the weekly chapters, going to the website, learning the finger spelling alphabet with who, Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee, and Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab. And you can learn the numbers with Greta Gobble on the golf course. She has a golf game. And then you can go play the games on Apple. And again, push that link to the website. It takes you right there. And teachers, it takes you right to Donors Choose to request the books. It takes 10 minutes, a teacher ID, post it. Someone's going to come through and fund it. And the month of August in Hawaii, Subaru Hawaii gave $25,000 through the month of August to Hawaii classroom teachers. So we can make this happen worldwide, and acts of kindness to the next state. Hey, Wisconsin, look what Hawaii did for their schools. Talk to Subaru there, right? Let's share the good news. I'm sure there's a Subaru in every state and other organizations. So it's a great opportunity. And these books are for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, we're writing the climate change book, sign language, finger spelling, and by the way, we have coloring books too that go along with it. So you can color. For our younger ones, can learn to color with the colors and learning the finger spelling alphabet. And for our nonverbal community, this is a great way of expressing. And we're looking forward to speaking with Joshua Stage, who has served 5,000 children and families with their amazing location in Texas, and looking forward to talking with them on how we can bring these books and coloring books and stage production. So I'm really excited to write this little play inside the climate change book with the stage puppets, because I see this as the next home for them. Just like Morgan's Wonderland, they're doing amazing stuff with ability and theme park. And so we're, again, getting the press release kits out. The press release, you can download it. It's actsofkindnessseries.com. And let's share a little bit about you, Sue. You got to experience the characters in the app games, and you're a teacher. Are you back to school? Or where are you teaching?
Just started.
Yeah. Where are you teaching?
So I'm at Carroll University, and we just started classes on 2 days ago on Thursday. So I'm actually I have one lab section this semester, so I get to be back in the classroom and enjoy the time with students there. I have about 30 work study students that are going to be working in the lab with me. So we've got a lot going on there, and looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great group this year, and beginning of a semester is always a fun time. The excitement is there. Everybody's ready for the new and up for some new, oh my gosh, all the new experiences, right? A lot of the group that I'm with actually are freshmen, so everything is new. They are being adults for the first time, right? So mom's not looking over their shoulders and helping with everything right now, and everything is new, and it is so much fun. It's all sorts of excitement going on. So, well, thank you so much. As always, absolutely love having you here, Marianne and Marianne of Waikiki. I love how that all comes together. Absolutely fabulous. So we are going to be coming into World of Ability here momentarily. Thank you so much for being here with us with the TDC Today Show USA. So for Kurt, for Emily, and again, me, Sue Roskoff, we are so happy to be here. And as always,